Yo, it's your boy Cash Real with Sunday Podcast, man. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. And for this is a live fight chat, man. We back to it. We back at it, man. We took a little time off in October and November. We back, right? We're back to the same old thing. We got the 3-minute drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns. We got the live fight chats coming to you as we start back today. And then obviously the videos are back pumping and going, man. We're back to the same thing that we love to do, and that's talk boxing. So we appreciate everybody that had that love for us. Continue to help us grow. Continue to help us go and push. And for this, we got the likes of Vergil, Ortiz, Erickson, Lubin. Yes, Vergil, Ortiz, and Mr. Erickson, Lubin getting it on November 8th, 2025. For this live fight chat, man, we're going to give you our quick breakdown, our quick assessment before our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdown. You know how those goes, those who've been following us anyways. And if you haven't, click that subscription button. You can definitely see our live fight, our 3-minute fight drills, our 3-minute fight breakdowns, man. They're quick, they're fast, they're straight to the point, give you the prediction of how we see this fight going. What the hell is this in my head up in there? Anyways, we'll give you the prediction of how we see this fight going, man. We outside chilling right now on the deck, out in the gazebo, actually, hanging out. It's a beautiful day, beautiful Saturday. That means it's going to be a great night of boxing. And we're predicting this one right here to be a potential fight of the year contender right here, or candidate, whatever you want to say. That's what we're predicting for tonight. I think we're going to see fireworks. I think we're going to see both men lay it on the line. I think we're going to see both men do what they have to do to elevate the sport of boxing this November, right? I just see both of these men tonight, man. It's a lot to go for. It's a, like we said earlier, there's a lot on the line for both sides, not just for Vergil. Everybody understands what Vergil is, right? Vergil's clearly got that Jerron boots in the smoke, potentially waiting for him early 2026. Finally getting that fight signed, so delivered. Rumor has it, Jerron is going to be in attendance tonight down in the DFW area. As you know, Vergil Ortiz is the hometown favorite, the hometown guy. What the hell is that? Oh, there we go. He is the hometown favorite, the hometown guy. He will be out there tonight to assess the future situation between him and Vergil Ortiz. And I think it can make for a magical night. It can make for a heavy upset in the likes of Lubin taking this thing, or it can end up in a clear, showing and display and welcoming of Vergil Ortiz truly to the 154-pound division. Now, he's always been there. He's always been that guy. He's been pressing the action. He's had some health issues back and forth, meaning Vergil Ortiz. But him and Lubin, man, this tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. We're going to see what's going to happen, man. We got beautiful weather. We got beautiful things going on, and DFW is going to be lit. And we're going to see something happen tonight. I think it's going to be fight of the year contender. And let's just get into it. Let's go ahead and start the fight breakdown. So before we get into it, man, y'all know how we do this thing. Hit that like button first. Comment below. Subscribe if you got some time, man. Check out our other videos. Our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdown is actually about to drop here soon. They give you the full up-close prediction of what we're thinking about for this fight tonight, where to go, where to bet, you name it. So let's get to it. Vergil Ortiz, Erickson, Lubin. November 8th, 2025. So, how we see this fight going, we're going to get straight to it. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this live chat today. We got a few things to do. And then, again, the video is about to drop shortly. I see Vergil Ortiz, the favorite, right? Obviously, the favorite should be the favorite, better be the favorite. I see him taking this fight tonight. I see him taking the fight by TKO stoppage late between rounds 8 through 10. Why? Hey, how you doing, Hannah? Turn that off right there. How you doing, Hannah? How you doing? How you doing? Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe if you got some time. Yeah, welcome to the Silent 8 podcast. This is our live fight chat for the fight tonight, Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin. We're going to give you a quick prediction, quick breakdown. And then, as always, check out our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdown that's about to drop shortly. But, yeah, check the channel out. We back to it. We took the month of October off just to chill. We had a lot of work things to do anyways. Anyways, let's get to it. I see Vergil Ortiz taking this thing. TKO stoppage, rounds 8 through 10. You heard me say it, rounds 8 through 10. He is the favorite, should be the favorite, better be the favorite. He's going to be hometown. Hometown tonight. DFW area. The boys from Grand Prairie, Texas. If I'm not, or is it Grandview or Grand Prairie, Texas? You know, both of them are out there. Either way, he's right in the smack dab middle of the DFW, born and raised. Hey, appreciate that love, Hannah. He's born and raised. This is going to be hometown for him. So I see him doing this thing tonight. He's been primarily the active fighter. Let's get to it, right? Active fighter. That's key word. He's been an active fighter, active guy in the ring. He's been there. He's been doing this. Lubin, I love Lubin. I love Lubin. I support him as a fighter. I support him as a fighter. I support his he's had a good struggle back and forth. He had some setbacks, right? That first round knockout to Jermell Hitman Charlo. He's had the vicious TKO stoppage round number 9 to the likes of Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno. The man never gives up. He's resilient. He throws hands. He throws punches and bunches. So if you're gonna bet on an underdog, this would be the underdog to bet on. And we're gonna cover it on why. Thanks, Hannah. What's up, Wyatt? We're gonna cover why he's a good underdog to bet on, but let's quickly cover why Vergil should win this fight and should be the favorite. Vergil's the favorite because of activity. That's number one. Lubin's only fought once in the last two years or so, almost 3 years, since he took that hard loss to the likes of Sebastian Fundora. I think he got written off. I think he got a short end of the stick. I think the promotional company kind of played him a little bit because he took the chance on himself to fight such a guy like Sebastian Fundora and Jermell Charlo at that, and took two knockout losses, man. Hey, okay. You from Norway? Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate you rocking out. Hey, Wyatt. Again, he took those vicious losses. Get back to it. Lubin took those vicious losses, and I think PBC, who he was originally with, kind of played him, right? They think because you take a loss, you get written off. And that's what we're trying to get the sport of boxing back to. You can take a loss in the sport of boxing and keep going. You can keep supporting your fighters, keep supporting the real fighters out there, the ones that take chances, the ones that when they get out there, shout out to Pennsylvania. Oh, I know who you're going for tonight, then. You ready for that Jerron Boots Ennis to get out there. He should be in the arena tonight. I think we're going to get a great fight, and I think we're going to get that Jerron Boots Ennis smoke 2026. That's going to be a fight of the year contender for 2026. Shout out to Jerron. Shout out to Pennsylvania. The Erickson, man, he got the short end of the stick, and again, pushing the sport of boxing. Oh, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Hit that like button, comment below. Yeah, if you got to go, you got to go. I appreciate that love, Hannah. Hit the subscription button if you can. Check us out. We got plenty of videos. Shout out to Ohio. I see Ohio runs boxing. Shout out to Lisa. I see you out there. We got a bunch of fighters from Ohio. Definitely a cornerstone in the sport of boxing. Ohio, Philly, obviously Brownsville, New York. Those guys have been taking over. Florida. Shout out to y'all for supporting the sport of boxing. And Texas is on the rise, which we're talking about tonight. The Texas event going down in the DFW for Vergil. Again, we're going to wrap this up quick. Yeah, Lisa, what's going on? Shout out to Lisa McCary. Appreciate you for tuning in. As always, hit that like button, comment below, subscribe. Appreciate the love. For that fight tonight, we're going to see a man that got pushed out, right, by the PBC and some of the other promoters because he took some losses, man. Now he's back. Shout out to Erickson Lubin. This man has nothing to lose tonight. He's got a lot to gain. It's going to make it a dangerous fight. It's going to be a dangerous fight. Oh, it's nice. Travel safe, for sure. Travel safe while you're traveling. It's going to be a dangerous fight for Vergil because this man Lubin has nothing to lose. Inactive. This is why I'm picking him to lose this fight. He's been inactive, but mainly because his promotional companies haven't been putting him in there. And, like, this is where we're trying to get the sport of boxing to grow. Start pushing the fighters that give us real fights. Erickson Lubin is a true warrior, a true fighter straight out of Florida. He never gives up. He went out on his shield against Sebastian Fundora. He let his hands keep going and going. He has true resiliency. It took a lot to stop him. The corner had to stop the fight for him. He didn't give up. He didn't quit. Now, that inactivity, though, whether it was his decision or the promotional company, is still in activity. And we've seen a guy like Vergil Ortiz, who's been very active against some of the top in his division. He beat Madrimov, a guy that the king right now of all the boxing, Terrence Bud Crawford, kind of has some issues with. But styles make fights, and I think Vergil's style matched up a lot better. Now, you've got Boachuk, who gave Vergil Ortiz a run for his money, knocked him down, 2 or 3 times in that fight. But this is what I'm going to take away from that. Vergil never gave up, never surrendered in that fight. Got knocked down multiple times, but he believed in himself. And this is why we're going to say that Vergil will take this fight tonight. And it's because of his persistence. Persistence power, persistent volume, and his persistence in his confidence, his belief in himself. In that Boachuk fight, a lot of guys in his position that never been knocked down and undefeated and get knocked down kind of throw the game plan out the window, kind of back down and never really get back into that fight, especially getting knocked down twice. Once, okay. Twice, oh my God, that's usually an issue. But Vergil never wilted, man. He got back on his bike, got back to the game plan, and more importantly, kept on his hands and believed in his power, believed in himself. For that reason, I do believe he will suffer some adversity tonight. This is going to be a fight of the year contender because both of these men that we just covered, neither one of them know how to give up. Neither one of them know how to back down. Both can take a punch and both can get each other out of there. That's a recipe for a fight of the year contender in making. I don't see this fight going all the way. Like we said earlier, it'll be a TKO stoppage, favor Vergil. On top of the activity in favor of Vergil, it's speed. I think he slept on for his speed and his patience. He's patient in the ring, like we saw with Boachuk. He got dropped, right? A lot of guys in his position, undefeated, will get flustered and start rushing things. He was patient and then got back to his game plan and believed in his power. I think that patience is going to serve him well, but more importantly, I think he's going to beat Lubin to the punch, especially between rounds 4 through 7. I think 1 through 3 is going to go in favor of Lubin. Lubin's got the high energy right now. If you watched the weigh-in yesterday, he looked good, man. Lubin looked good. He looked strong. He looked like he was ready to be there, excited to be in the ring. He looked like this was the best thing that's happened to him in years. And when you got a guy like that that's got nothing to lose and has got a lot of energy and just happy to be in a fight, a big fight of this magnitude, and can see that the Jerron boots in his fight is around the corner, that's a recipe for disaster. And let's cover this real quick. History of boxing will show you a guy that usually fights at his hometown, and when there's a big fight on the line coming up next, a lot of times that's a recipe for upset. Not saying that Lubin is going to be better than Mr. Ortiz, but certain things can happen, meaning the hometown can pressure you to do things you normally wouldn't do outside of your game plan, meaning he's just trying to get Lubin out of there, trying to fight in fashion, trying to impress the likes of Mr. Jerron Boots Ennis, who's going to be ringside, a guy who just got a first-round stoppage himself. But what I need Vergil to remember is Jerron just fought a guy as a warm-up. You're fighting a real contender. You're fighting a real guy that's been in there with the best and only lost to the best. His 2 losses, right? Jermell Charlo, Sebastian Fundora. Hopefully, I need Vergil, and I believe he will, manage the expectations of the crowd. They're going to want him to get a first-round knockout. They're going to want him to get an early stoppage. They're going to want him to outclass and pummel the likes of Lubin, but he needs to stick to his game plan of his corner with the strict instructions, stay patient, believe in his power, believe in his speed. And if he does that, I see him taking this fight. It's still going to be hard. It's still going to be a good one, fight of the year contender, but I see him taking it TKO stoppage. Again, between rounds 8 through 10. I believe Lubin will take the early parts of the round with that high energy he had, carried over from the weigh-in. Rounds 1 through 3 will probably favor Lubin. Round 4 is where we're going to see Vergil start to invest to the hook to the body, start dropping the hands of Mr. Lubin. The fatigue will start to set in. Fatigue makes cowards of all men. As that fatigue sets in, that's when you're going to start to see Lubin get a little bit more defensively irresponsible. He's already not the best defensively. Right? Let's be honest. He likes to give up some to get some. Meaning he'll punch and give a punch. He will dish out punishment, sacrificing himself. He's a warrior, like we said. But with that warrior mentality, it also comes some exchanges. And I think Lubin is going to, let's get this off of there. Lubin's going to give it up. He's going to give up some things. He's going to let some openings happen, and the defense is going to lag. And rounds 4 through 7, he's going to start picking them apart, meaning Vergil. The adversity. I think Vergil gets dropped in this fight by an off-balance shot while he's trying to get in there and trying to really press the likes of Mr. Erickson Lubin. I see an off-balance shot happening. I see Lubin getting dropped at least 2 to 3 times on his way to the TKO stoppage. But what I don't see is either man really quitting. That's why I see the TKO stoppage. I believe the ref will do it. I believe the corner will do it. I believe neither man will back down from the other. Let's get this side up. And you're going to see a hell of a night of boxing. Now, how does Vergil win? Again, like we said, speed. Speed is king. Speed is everything. He's going to invest in that speed. He's going to invest in his consistent power. He's the perceived bigger puncher in this fight tonight. Has the home crowd behind him. But more importantly, with that speed and with that power, I think his persistence. That's why I led with that. The persistence in his power, the persistence in his power punching, the persistence in his volume is what's going to carry him through this fight and walk him to a good night of boxing, a good victory, a good TKO stoppage, and then finally lead us to the boots in his fight early 2026. Upset. It can happen. This is the kind of fight where you see somebody get upset. A kind of fighter like this that has nothing to lose, meaning Lubin. A kind of fighter like this is that's high on himself, got a lot of confidence right now. This kind of fight is where Ortiz, if he does slack any bit, you could see it go the other way. And you could see a early TKO stoppage or stoppage on the favor of Lubin stopping Ortiz. If he gets reckless, if he gets outside the game plan, if he overshoots, if he invests too much and slacks on the defense. Lubin has power. Lubin's been in there with some top guys. Lubin can punch, and Lubin doesn't give up. I need Ortiz to focus in tonight. Don't let the crowd push him. Focus tonight, brother, and take what's yours. We all want to see the drama. At least I do. You can drop in the chat if who you want to see Vergil Ortiz take on next, or who you want to win this fight, who you think wins this fight. I think the world wants to see this Vergil Ortiz and Jerome Boots in this fight, primarily. It's just two big names, two big cultures, two big backing. You got Texas, then you've got the Philly backing over there in Pennsylvania. Two big cultures come together, clash, black, Mexican, you name it. I mean, that's a recipe for a big fight for 2026, a big thing for boxing. We need more real boxing events, big boxing events to help grow the brand. And those are two big names, right? Two big names, but more importantly, two real fighters. Both are skilled, both can punch, both can go back and forth. So I know a lot of people want to see Vergil win this fight. And in order to secure the boots in this fight, he's got to stick to the game plan. Do not let the home crowd trick you tonight, Vergil. We've seen it too many times with other fighters that let that hometown crowd, that family and friends push you and push you to try to get an early stoppage and see something there that's not really there yet, and then you get slept. You don't want that. Lubin's got power, he's got pop, and the boy's resilient. Stick to the game plan. Look for the right openings. Invest in that speed, and more importantly, stay with that persistent power. With that persistence in his power, I see Vergil winning this thing again, rounds 8 through 10. Round 8 through 10, we should see a TKO stoppage, meaning either the ref or Lubin's corner will stop the fight. Vergil is the faster fighter. He's the perceived bigger power puncher. And I keep saying perceived because you don't know. We don't know. His knockout record shows it. Only two of his wins. Two of his wins came by all the way on the cards. One of those being Boachuk, hell of a fighter. The rest are pure knockouts, right? Or stoppages. That assesses to be power, but you never know because Lubin might have been there with different type of competition, different styles that he didn't get. And Lubin's got a 70-75% knockout ratio himself. But with that said, perceived power punching goes to Vergil. Stick to the game plan. Stick to what you got to do. Invest in the speed. Invest in the body. And with that, fatigue will set in on Lubin. And I'll see Vergil walking out with this fight. That's the only way I see it, man. It's the only way I see it right now. That's how we're going to call it. Vergil Ortiz, TKO stoppage round 8 through 10 against the likes of Mr. Erickson Lubin in a potential fight of the year contender. Again, recap real quick before we get up out of here. I see both men giving us a display, both men not backing down, both men letting their hands go, which will lead to a TKO stoppage either way. And if I'm going to go with a TKO stoppage, I'm going to go in favor with the guy that's been more active in the likes of Vergil Ortiz. I'm going to go in favor of the guy who's got the speed advantage. That's Vergil Ortiz. I'm going to go with the guy with the perceived power punching ability. That's also Vergil Ortiz. But they both got equal confidence and resilience. As we've seen, both men never back down, never give up. With that said, I see it tilting on the favor of Ortiz. But if he doesn't stick with the game plan and gets sloppy, it's also a recipe for disaster and a recipe for Mr. Erickson Lubin to be the underdog to take away the Jerron Boots in this fight. Let us know what you think. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. Just doing a quick live fight chat discussion, or live fight talk, I should say, discussion on Vergil Ortiz, Erickson Lubin. Our 3-minute fight drill, our 3-minute fight breakdown is about to drop right now, and check that out. It's our quick, really just our quick assessment on how we see this fight going. Our full video, the breakdowns, it's real quick, real straight to the point. We give you the keys to victory. Some of those I've already covered tonight in the terms of, anyways, we'll get back to it. I just opened up the Gmail account. Hold on one second, y'all. We're trying to get this, not sure what's going on here. Trying to lock us out. Anyways, quick recap before we get up out of here anyway. The 3-minute fight drill, 3-minute fight breakdown is about to go down. And again, it's a beautiful day outside. It means it's going to be a beautiful day, beautiful night for boxing down in the DFW. Shout out to Vergil Ortiz. Shout out to Erickson Lubin, man. Shout out to these two warriors. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Salute to both men, because I believe they're going to give us a great fight tonight. I think they're going to give us some action. They're going to give us something to witness tonight. Again, potential fight of the year contender. And again, before we get up out of here, last prediction is this. Vergil Ortiz will win this fight using his speed, using his persistence and power, using the consistency, using dedication, using his volume to break down the likes of Erickson Lubin, TKO stoppage between rounds 8 through 10. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a great night of boxing. It's going to be a fight of the year contender, a fight of the year breakdown. And we will see both men give it their all, but it'll be just too much for the likes of Lubin to walk out of this fight. It'll be too much for him to overcome from the guy in Vergil Ortiz, who's up and coming, been active, younger fighter at that. Don't get me wrong, Lubin's only 30 himself, but we're going to see it just be too much for him. Fatigue makes cower all men. The stamina will break down. The defense will break down. And breaking down the stamina like that against a strong puncher, I believe Vergil Ortiz is a stronger puncher than the likes of Sebastian Fundora. We're going to see that TKO stoppage late again between rounds 8 through 10. Favor Vergil Ortiz. Anyways, tune back in later. We will be back on tonight. We'll do an actual live fight chat, live fight commentary for the card for the Vergil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin live on the Zone. It's your boy Caswell with Sunday Podcast, man. We appreciate you for rocking out. Hit that like button on your way out. Comment below, and as always, subscribe if you got the. We appreciate that love. Until the next time. Peace.